Alright lads, welcome back to the 5th episode of my realistic career mode, Project Leeds. Starting off our second season in charge, we had a big transfer happen which unfortunately weakens our team, as it was time for Raphinha to leave us for a bigger club where he can play Champions League football. Chelsea came in for a Brazilian with a ridiculous offer of 130 million euros, which is unrealistic, but the FIFA market tends to be. But following the sale of Raphinha, we needed to strengthen our team. We're still not an attractive enough destination for the big talents in the footballing world, but I had my eye on players that are playing in the Championship. But before the transfers, I wanted to renew Gelhardt's contract, who's been performing well off the bench and in the less important games. He was also vital last season as Bamford had an injury. We've increased his wage to 32,500 a week. Now, onto the transfers. I wanted to bring in a new right back as Shackleton seems to be more suited playing the midfield and could be turning into the English Kimmich. So we brought in Max Aarons from Norwich, who were relegated last season, just like real life, and we got the Englishman for 18 million and I've signed him on a 4-year deal. Aarons wasn't the only defensive addition I wanted to make. With Palace being relegated, I wanted to bring LAKEY back to the Prem. The 22-year defender can be at the heart of defence for a number of seasons. Vieira drove a hard bargain and got us to pay 32.5 million for the former Chelsea man. With 2 strong defensive additions, it was time to try and fill the hole that was left by Raphinha. A player I've been wanting to sign since the start of career mode was Johnson from Forest. He's also been linked with a move to Leeds in real life. The Welshman cost us 15 million and won't be a starter straight away, but I have a feeling he'll be forcing Kent or fellow Welsh teammate Dan James out of the side in the coming season. I was planning on those to be the only signings for the window, but on deadline day I received news that Eze was heading to Bologna on a transfer, and I couldn't leave that happen. A talent like that deserves to stay in the Premier League. Vieira drove a hard bargain again and got us to cough up 38 million for the English midfielder. I was also looking at Olise as well, but I thought he would stay within the Championship as it meant more guaranteed game time for the youngster, while Eze would want to move away as he is 24 years old and will be trying to get into the English international setup. Eze signed a contract for 3 years with a wage of 61,000 a week with a lovely signing bonus of over $500,000. I think we can say that we used the Raphinha money wisely. The signings seem to have worked as by January we sat in 7th place, just 6 points behind Chelsea who are in a Europa League spot, which is where the board wants us to finish for the season. In the European Conference League, we managed to top the group with 12 points, meaning we've progressed into the knockout rounds. I felt our team was strong enough by January, so I wasn't planning on doing any business, but an issue popped up that had to be dealt with. Jack Harrison handed in a transfer request, but it wasn't due to a lack of game time, but rather he wanted a better contract. Which I would have done, but FIFA messed up and never gave me a chance to talk to him about it like they usually do. Now after turning down a couple of unrealistic destinations for Harrison, a fellow Prem team came in for him, and I was okay with him going to Wolves. We got 19 million from the sale of Jack Harrison. That brought us to the end of January, and it's now time to jump to the end of the season. In the Premier League, we managed to finish 5th, securing our place in the Europa League next season. We finished only 2 points above Arsenal in 6th place. City managed to win the league with an 11-point gap above Liverpool and United. The teams that were relegated were Brentford, West Brom and Blackburn Rovers, so expect to see a signing from one of those clubs next season. Our domestic cup runs were grand. In the FA Cup we managed to make it to the quarter-final where we were beaten by Vieira's men, but we deserved it after signing Eze and Gehi off them in the summer window. Palace actually made it all the way to the final after beating Manchester United in the semis, and Fulham would be their opponent after they caused an upset against City. But Fulham would prove to be too much for Palace as they won 3-1 in the final. In the Carabao Cup, we were knocked out by West Ham in the 3rd round, and they would make it as far as the semis where they would lose to Liverpool. The overall winner of the competition was City, who managed to win 1-0 in the final. But our main success of the season wasn't domestically, but rather in Europe, as we made it to the European Conference League final and now have the chance to win our first trophy with Leeds United. We faced Dinamo Zagreb in the final, and this is how they line up. Our team looks like this. Shackleton starts over Firpo, and Johnson is picked over Kent as he's been having a super debut season for us. Now, it's time to jump into the game. The start of the Europa Conference League final. We have the ball straight away. Let's see if we can start off quick. Ooh, nasty challenge on Eze straight away. Yellow card. Not how you want to be starting the final. Head back. Try to keep possession, control the game. Eze gets the ball. Back up to Phillips. Back to Eze. He lets it off. Can he play back? He does. Come on, Phillips, let it rip. First chance of the game for us. Obviously it could be a lot better, but good way to start it. Johnson has been unreal form this season, like way better than Dan James, way better than Ryan Kent. He deserved to start. Shackleton, who gets to start instead of Purple today. His passing is just a lot better. But next season, we're definitely going to be looking at bringing in a new left back. Eze keeps the ball. Can't do anything with the pass, unfortunately, as they get to blocking. Ishak can get this. Prove where he's starting. Great challenge. All the way up to Johnson. Nice triangle. How has that not gone in? Lovely play. Team play even. Johnson plays it back into Bamford, who lays it off to Eze, who tries to hit it near post. But the keeper is up to the task. We have a corner here. Can Bamford get ahead to it? He cannot. Can Dan James do anything? Johnson. And block. Oh no. Top block. We love it. Hey, Johnson onside. One 0. The man from Forest gets the first goal in the Europa Conference League final. Great ball from Patrick Bamford. Brilliant touch from Johnson, and he buries it in the back of the net. We take a lead in the final. Look at that touch on the noggin, left foot past the keeper. We love to see it. Our new number 10. 6 goals, 11 matches for Johnson in the Europa Conference League. As he gets it. And Johnson through again. Don't tell me we can do it again, can you? Oh, nearly. Right, we're leading at the break. 1-0. Goal from Johnson. Assist by Patrick Bamford, if I remember correctly. Good first half. Mostly in control of the game, you know. We're going to go straight into the second half. Dinamo kick off at the break. That's a start. Johnson gets the ball. He's Dan James. Keep it on the volley. Oh. You always have to go for the spectacular, and like Dan James scored a goal very similar to that, like episode 1 or 2. I think it was episode 1 against Burnley. Absolute banger. I wanted to see if he could recreate it. What a ball. Ah, Johnson couldn't get past her man. Could have been a brace. Phillips bullies them. Phillips is on him. There's a dribble god. Phillips. That's a bridge. There's another shot blocked. Very hard to create space against this team. Isaiah, that's all you. Ooh, that was a bit weird. Isaiah, there's the ball. Maybe 1-2 with Bamford. Probably could have sent Johnson. Wait, the ball doesn't stop. An option. Eze. Oh, loses the ball. Oh, Max Aarons. Not the best at all. Eze. What a weird shot. I was looping. Just looked at the time, I haven't made any subs at all. It's been kept in play so much. Flowing through this half. 89th minute now. Pushing near the end. Can you get an equaliser? Meslier keeps it. Slow it down a little bit. Jacklin plays out right to Aarons. Waste time. Try to go for a long ball. And that's it. A 1-0 win against Dinamo in the Europa Conference League final. Not the most entertaining of games. Probably could have scored a couple more. But at least it's a win. Kept a clean sheet. And we've won our first trophy in Project Leeds. Johnson gets the goal after replacing Ryan Kent. But Johnson deserved to start this game. After the season he's had over 10 goals. God knows how many goal involvements. Phillips lifts the trophy. The Leeds boy wins a European title for Leeds. And a rebuild is starting to take shape. And I say we're only a couple seasons away from maybe lifting an even bigger trophy like the Premier League. In just our second season in charge, we have our first trophy. Hopefully we can build on this for the next season. With the season now being officially over, let's have a look at our player stats. Our top goal scorer is Bamford with 27 goals, followed by Johnson, who finished the season on 15 goals. Our top assister was Grealish, who had 13 assists, and Phillips had 10. Our defensive midfield did a lot of offensive work during the season. Our team looked like this by the end of the season. Our highest rated player was Phillips, who is now 86 rated. And that brings us to the end of the episode and to the end of our second season in charge. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like it as it helps me out loads, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and Project Leeds will be back very soon.